Okay, we are going to check out the Preecha trailer for City of the Wolves, the brand new Fatal Fury game. She is going to be a brand new character to the franchise in general. So we are going to go through the trailer, watch everything that the character is, you know, composed of, and then we are going to go through again and pick out all kinds of fun little things. Check out the SNK wiki and get the details on this cool new character here.
Aha! A fine specimen from our research. If you're not unbreakable, you must have a weak point. Now for the truth. Fatal Fury, City of the Wolves.
Okay, so very cool. We can see Preecha fighting against Hotaru Futaba there, and of course, we saw her trailer about a week or so ago. They are both, and the rest of the cast is going to be coming out in the brand new game sometime in 2025. Available on PlayStation 5, for Xbox, Steam, and you can put a reserve out for this game now. It's through SNK and it runs on the Unreal Engine, which is very, very good. So we are going to go through and take a look at all the cool things that Preecha does here. I love her going like this. I think it's so cute. It gives like a lot of personality. It reminds me a little bit of a VTuber.
If you're not unbreakable, you must have a.
Okay, so that's the wrong button. There we go. I thought if you hit period or comma, yeah, that's it. So, Preecha is a character for Fatal Fury. She is going to debut in City of the Wolves. She's completely brand new. Right now, even the wiki is saying that there's not much known about her, but that she is supposed to be a scientist. And she is investigating Key, as well as she's the star pupil of Joe Higashi. So her hair is a light pink, and it has blue streaks in it. And her hair naturally is brown colored. She's, got the glasses and likes to paint her fingers and her toenails. They're saying that her outfit is sort of like a real sporty type of outfit there. She's got on a white sports bra and has a cut off orange tank top on top of it. And then she has black trimmed orange Muay Thai fighting shorts on.
A fine specimen from our priest.
Right there. She has off-white leg warmers that partially cover up her red foot wraps. So she mixes her science with Muay Thai. And she mixes in boxing also. So she's a little bit of a mixed martial artist. She has a boisterous disposition. She hates getting hurt, endures it to further her research. She analyzes the opponents in a clinical manner to better understand their superhuman abilities. She sees her matches as data collection for her studies. Now, listed, her fight style is Muay Thai, even though she has some boxing mixed in that. She seems to have aerokinetic ability similar to Joe Higashi and is able to summon tornadoes with her punches and kicks. Now, the funny thing is, years ago, and I'm sure it's like this at a lot of different gyms. At the gym, they taught us boxing and kickboxing. It was boxing and kickboxing combined, not Muay Thai. But yeah, I think that's very, very, very interesting. Very cool. And I like her. I like her glasses. Her overall look, I think, is very nice. She's I think she's great in proportion and everything. Preecha in Thai means wisdom, ability, discernment, clear knowledge, insight. They're saying that it's not confirmed, but her fighting style may resemble Quan Konta, a character who was planned to appear in the unreleased Garu Mark of the Wolves 2, a person that Joe Higashi encounters in his backstory of the King of Fighters 12. No, 14. No. 12. As of now, Preecha is speculated to be a rework of Quan, and there are implied to be two different people. Huh, that's something. Yeah, she's a lot of fun. She's a lot of fun. I said, I like her look. She kind of reminds me of a couple of different things. She kind of reminds me a little bit of a VTuber with, this whole thing going on here. She kind of reminds me of, when people would go to Burning Man and all those raves, and they would have all the different fun bands and the hair, colored bands and the hair and everything going on. She's definitely very energetic with that. Then you have her fighting shorts here and have her name on them, which is very, very nice. Her nails are all different colors and everything. She's got these bright purple clips in her hair. I think they did a really good job. Yeah, she's cute. She's cute. These bands are very interesting. You can make these bands out of rubber bands, like literally. And it looks good. It looks really good. It looks really good on her. And those clips, I mean, from what I can see, they look like snap clips. You snap them open, you put it in your hair, and you snap it down. She's cute. She's younger, I wonder if she's maybe around college age or later in high school type of age. I would almost imagine she and Kimberly from Street Fighter 6 would be would be the same age, or even in the same classes together, because Kimberly is also into science, so they could be good buddies like that. The background in particular, I really like. It's focused around space, focused around rockets, NASA. It looks like she's in some type of a museum. There's an example of a satellite here, Saturn, a spaceman. Very, very, very cool things going on in the background. And then it looks like, some of the viewers here were people that are also visiting the exhibits at this museum. Huh. That's something. Yeah. Um so when I was a senior in college, we would have 1 month out of the school year that we were allowed to do pretty much whatever we wanted, but it had to be a class, and it was an intensive class. So sometimes people would try to go overseas for the class, and do something over there and then come back. Sometimes you would be on campus for the class. Sometimes you were allowed to take what are they called? Like, they're not residencies, but oh, I forgot the name of it. We're going over the Preecha trailer. Um, I had an internship. That was it. And it was also at the museum. So we would go and head to the museum really early in the morning, and we would open it up. And then, if there was an exhibit, we would have to repaint the walls and everything. And then, um, if the exhibit was paintings or whatever, we had all of these laser levels and things that we would put on the walls and try to make sure everything was all matched up. Then, when everything was completely done, sometimes they would invite us to the opening party, and then we would get to see the artists come in and talk about all the paintings and all the work and everything that they did. So this is very, very cool. So she is in a museum environment here. You can see the different satellites, examples of the planets and everything, an example of the rocket ship here, and then because she's involved in science, this has to be the background that she's bringing in with her into the game. So very, very neat there. So there's the tornado that they were talking about, and they said, specifically because she is studying under Joe Higashi, so he has the ability to have these tornadoes, and he had to have taught her how to do that also.
If you're not unbreakable, you must have a weak point.
You can really see her utilizing the tornadoes there in her super.
Now
There we go. There's her ultra. Very cute. They've been really putting out a lot of trailers in the past week and a half.
Fatal Fury.
We did Terry Bogart's, Hotaru Futaba's, Tizok's, and now Preecha's. So let me write that all down. Terry. Tizok. Preecha. They've been coming out with a new trailer roughly every 3 to 4 days. We just talked about that not even 15-20 minutes ago. I watch my buddies, and I said they mainly used. We'll go through them again. Clark, Iori, Joe, King of the Dinosaurs. I like Kula. I have a friend that's a big Leona fan. I also like Maxima. And I remember in King of Fighters 13, a lot of my buddies used him. A lot. And that's generally the list there. So very good. Very, very good. But we're going to have to see what else she's going to be involved in, considering she's new. They say that her birth date is August 3rd. She has a job, and that is being a scientist. So, she's not in school anymore, but you would think she seems young enough to be in school still. She likes her research materials and dislikes pain. And right here it says fighting style, Muay Thai, and original style. And they also said that she does include boxing into that. And it's too early. It's too early to get a story. Her move list, as far as we can see, she has a move called screw leg, sine, cosine, tangent, hyperbolic kick, circular step, low angle kick, parabola knee, arc elbow, and Preecha combination. Her ignition gears are screw, Archimedes spiral, and P equals MC squared. Her hidden gear is Preecha's last theorem. And right now the input for that is a secret, and they're going to add in all of the descriptions and everything as to what these are. Trivia quotes and gallery. It's still too early because she's so unbelievably new. Very good. Very, very good there. Oops, that's not here.
Ah! A fine.
I was wondering where she was coming up with her name and everything, but then they said every time I try to do something, I end up clicking the wrong thing. There it is. Her name comes from Thai. It's a Thai background to her name. It might be, let me turn the, I have a blue screen on my screen here. Let's see here. Night light. Just curious to see. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's something. Yeah, she's really good. They really utilized, bright colors with her and everything a lot. bright colors, almost as if she's heading to, like I said, Burning Man or something fun like that. She has a lot of the things, that would give, that sort of, that fun sort of vibe. The multicolored nails, the bright pink and black band, and this is supposed to be red here. The red wraps, orange matching with this Muay Thai pants, and then her hair being pink and blue. And the amazing thing is, her compared to Hoturo Futaba looks very more dressed up. She has the vest with the yellow piping on it. Her bands had those little pink sakura flowers on them, the big red bow on the back of her hair, and then, she's got her fighting pants there that are, condensed around her ankles. I just think it's interesting how Preecha looks. She's more, ready to be in the gym, ready to fight and everything. And Hoturo is, well, you could compare this a little bit to a gi, except for the vest at the top, but she looks a little bit more traditional and reserved. Even if you look at how they're doing their hair, Preach's hair is just pulled back in a ponytail, but it's with a regular band. Where compared to Hoturo, she's got this big red bow in the back. She has it all pulled back there. I'm just curious to see. Yeah, she has it all pulled back. I thought that it would look a little bit different. I thought she had more hanging down here, but she just has these little pieces in the front here, and then the rest is just all pulled back in a ponytail. Yeah, very nice. Very nice. Doesn't have any shoes on. Very good. So, I think it'll be interesting. They'll have a lot of information between her and Joe Higashi. She'll be meeting up with him, considering that she's supposed to be his apprentice. And supposedly, they're saying in here, she is his star apprentice. And then they'll go into more the fact that she has aerokinetic abilities like Joe Higashi. So it'll be interesting to see what her story is going to be as it starts to unfold in the game. She's just so unbelievably new, but she's a good addition. She's a good addition there. Anybody have any thoughts on this new character? Oh, she reminds you of a Splatoon character? Yeah, I would say. I would think so. She's a lot of fun. She brings a lot of energy and everything. And let me see. Let me look up the particular name for that. Um, no. Ravers, but she's not. She doesn't. I mean, she wears all the bright colors and stuff like that, but I don't think she'd be in that scene, but that's definitely the kind of style I could sort of see here, and it works in my opinion. It looks sort of like an e-girl kind of thing, but she's into science. They have the cute little glasses. She's like in with all the the trends that are all about the bright colors and fun stuff like that for this. So nobody has any thoughts. They're not going to try her or use her or anything. That's crazy. That's something. Well, let's see if we can find some other information on it real quick before we hang it up there for this. Did I write the time down? Oh. Oh yeah, I did. Okay. All right. Uh Here we go. We'll go straight to SNK itself. So specifically, what they're saying is Preecha is voice acted by Mia Page. She is a scientist investigating the wonders and miracles of a fascinating principle known as Ki spirit energy. She also happens to be the star pupil of Joe Higashi, acclaimed Muay Thai champion himself. While martial arts can't be denied, that's not to say she's only in it to win it either. Indeed, Preecha fights for academic prowess, not accolades. She hates the pain, but is willing to endure it, as long as it furthers her research into unique and perplexing fight styles. Fighting style, original style plus Muay Thai, and then they said that she's also balanced in with some boxing. Her date of birth is August 3rd, blood type A, and cherishes her research materials. Very neat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So, characters that are out and announced now are Rock Howard, Terry Bogard. We just saw him about last week. Janet, B. Janet, Marco Rodriguez, Preecha, who we have on the screen right now, Hotaru Futaba, we just saw last week, Vox Reaper, Tizok, who we just saw previously. He was just the previous released character. That he's a reoccurring character, but he was just announced last week. Kevin Rain and Billy Kane. That's something. Fighting for the sake of science. That sounds not so bad. Yeah, you can kind of say, hey, well, I guess what she's trying to do is, I was going to say, well, I guess because she's trying to study what her subjects are doing, right? So she's probably thinking, well, it's better to get in the ring with them than just observe, I'm guessing. Because what they're trying to say is that she's trying to study the Ki energy. So, yeah, very interesting. She's a good concept. She's a fun concept. One thing is for sure, I went to Evo. I know I say this all the time. I went to Evo. Their stand was fantastic. SNK had a very large booth. It was primarily black and orange. they had a ton of testing stations. Everything was very nicely spaced out, very fun, bright colors. Everything had a little timer in front of it. I think testing time was 8 minutes to 8 to 10 minutes. The line was always considerable. People were all trying to come in to play and test these characters, and the rev system. Um, and they're making all the characters, for how the game is designed and how it's flowing and everything. Visually, it's gorgeous. The music's very good, and she's a good addition. She's a good animated, energetic addition. Especially with the use of colors and everything that they have with her. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if when you start picking between all the different color options, her hair will probably change all the different colors and everything too, and she'll probably have some real wild color combinations. Yeah, yeah, she's gonna be a fun one. She's gonna be a fun one. All right, so not bad, not bad at all. Makes me wonder when they're going to finally come out, when they finally come out with the official game. Because right now, for the characters that they have announced, one, two, three, four, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. They have 10 announced so far. Oh, that's right. And then in addition to the rev system, they have the simplified controls. And that's what a lot of fighting games are going towards now. So you have your more classic controls, and then now they're giving the option for the simplified controls. And I'm trying to remember the name of what that one is. Command. Basic controls, smart style. That's what they call it, smart style. And classic. Yeah, very good. Very good there. Oh, she's on here. Okay, so if you want to know the smart style for Preecha, um, we talked about some of her moves. So for screw leg, all you have to do is just hit triangle. If you're on PlayStation, you just hit one button, triangle. If you want to do a combo, it's back triangle and then X. If you depending if you want to do an angle kick, a parabola knee is a circle, and the elbow is a square. That's really something. And then depending on what special move you want to do, you have to use whatever the direction is on the controller. So sine cosine is forward triangle, tangent is another forward triangle after sine cosine, and hyperbolic knee is down triangle. Very neat. Ignition bars is simply back triangle plus 0 at the same time. And her other special, P equals MC squared, it's just forward plus triangle and circle. And then her ultra, the last theorem is they want you to do an input for it. So it's quarter circle forward R1, which I mean I think that's fair. I think that's fair. Very interesting. Good for them. Good for them. Yeah, everybody's getting into a little bit of modern modern controls now. If anybody wants to order this in advance, you can add it to your wish list. To get an information on when the release date or a notification on when the release date should be, and then what the price would be too. Very nice. Yeah, good for SNK. I mean, it's really working out for those guys. And the funny thing is, in addition to the new game that they have coming out, they can't get any more better advertising because Terry and Mai are heading over also to Street Fighter 6. So you've got two of your most recognizable characters that are in the King of Fighters and Fatal Fury franchises, and they're going to be going over to another very recognizable company and franchise, Capcom and Street Fighter. Street Fighter 6, this will be the first DLC crossover characters coming in, and for Street Fighter itself, not the other versions of it, but Street Fighter itself. This is the first time Terry has been in the core of Street Fighter, including Mai. But then, we have the crossover games, the whole crossover games, but those are different. But yeah, there's a lot of people that are very, very interested in a possible collection, a Street Fighter and SNK collection package. One of my buddies is making all these fantastic combo videos for SNK, and particularly CVS2. Yeah, he's doing a really good job, and to have some sort of a collection for that would be so good, so good. If they are able to do that, like how we're getting the collection for Marvel, Capcom and Marvel, how it's Capcom and SNK, I think that there's a good chance, if there's enough people behind it that are enjoying playing in it and show enough interest in it, that they could say, okay, you know what? Let's make a Marvel, Capcom, or a Capcom versus SNK 3. CVS 3. I think he would do really well. Let's do another Marvel vs. Capcom 4. I think would do fantastically. So I think some of the collections are a testing of the waters to see how the reception would be on how popular the game could be. They're going to take a lot of analytics from it and say, okay, people enjoyed this area of the game more than that area, or they utilized this over that, and that can actually help in the development of the new game. So, it's a good thing. New games with completely new characters. I mean, that's good, but at the same time, also really restoring and re-releasing the old games with the new bells and whistles, like they are with Marvel vs. Capcom Collection, is I think it's essential, especially
Sonic
if
Boom.
Hey there, thank you so much. Especially if you want all of the extra training room things. The training room stuff's fantastic. Hey there, what's up? What's up? How are you? Disney. The only thing about Disney is they're probably just very protective over how they're being represented. I think that's what's going on because if you look at how Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite went through, there was an emphasis on the Disney characters. And there was an emphasis on those characters being, you know, good, but in addition to that, um, even attractive, right? And they really want, well, and you could really you could want that too. Imagine if you came up with something and it was very popular, right? And then technically a competitor comes up to you and says, "Hey, I have an idea. Let's create something together, but I'm going to be in control of what you created and what pays your bills, right? And I'm going to try to, get something going over here, and then we'll give you whatever the percentage of the profits are going to be and everything." A lot of the companies are just flat out concerned, period, because they don't want their, if we're talking about gaming or book or whatever entertainment stuff, they don't want their characters being misrepresented for whatever means. I had heard uh, quite a few stories about in the past uh, Mortal Kombat trying to work out something with Street Fighter, and in the past, the result was, well, we really don't want our characters to get maimed, because Mortal Kombat's a very mature game. But now, there's some word possibly going around, or it could just be word that a Mortal Kombat character could come into the Street Fighter franchise, world, right? That would be wild. I mean, I never really thought I'd ever see the day of something like that happening, but it could. It really could. I mean, that would be something crazy. It'd be Sub Zero and Colleen as a team or something like that. That'd be crazy there. What's up? What's up? What's up, KMK? Yes, they did. So they had Mortal Kombat versus DC Universe, but that's a little different though because those were more the lanes were more open with that going back and forth. I believe. Let me look at the time frame when that happened. I think it was around 2013. Let me look that up. Oh, um, okay. Mortal Kombat versus DC Universe was 2008. Wow, I was way off. At the time, Mortal Kombat was with Midway. Oh wow. Okay, so here's an interesting timeline. So Mortal Kombat versus DC Universe was released in 2008, which means they had to have been in talks around 2005, 2006, and making the game at that point, right? If it went live in 2008. The game went live in 2008. They were in full communication. But Warner Brothers acquired and merged Midway Games, which had NetherRealm in it. I'm sorry. Merged NetherRealm in 2010. The Mortal Kombat team was rebranded as Warner Brother Games Chicago on July 28th, 2009, then merged with Midway Games in 2010 to form NetherRealm Studios. So the whole entity was completed in 2010, but they started in 2009. They started with merging the Mortal Kombat team in 2009, and then in 2010 they merged Midway in. Huh. That's something. Well, yeah. So then, that's very interesting. So I bet you, it, it's possible that they could have had talks around maybe 2006, 2007 about that. The game came out in 2008. The initial merge started in 2009, and then the final merge was in 2010. Um, yeah, that's very interesting. That's something. That's very interesting. Yeah, crossover. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm sure. I'm sure. So yeah, we're very lucky. We're very lucky to have the crossover with SNK for Street Fighter, and Capcom and everything, and this character's brand new, and I wouldn't think, no one would have a crossover initially with a brand new character nobody knows about. So she's, we still need to learn about her. We still need to learn about her story and, what she's going to be about. What her strengths and weaknesses are going to be in the game. But she looks like a lot of fun. She looks like a lot of fun, and she's going to be good. Yeah, I was always pushing for Bison, Akuma, or Vega going to Mortal Kombat. I think they would